What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here, and it's time for some applications. So we want to calculate the length of a rafter for a 180-inch wide building with an 812 pitch. Our rafter is the part that goes up the roof, the slope part there. Now the rafter multiplier is 14.42 inches per foot run. That's something that you can find on pretty much any framing square. Now what that means is if my rise is 8 and my run is 12, my rafter is 14.42 inches or feet or whatever our units are right there for that right triangle that's forming. So what we can actually think about here is that, well, if I have a 180-inch wide building, half of that would be 90 inches. Now what I'm doing is I'm just calculating the general length of this rafter. We got to subtract things like the ridge width. We got other things to factor into. I'm just going straight up math, relating it back to similarity here. All right, so that's 90 inches. Now I can create this little scaled triangle here, little guy here that's over 12 inches up 8. So this is 12, that's 8, and this is 14.42. And I want to figure out what the full length is. So I can actually set up a proportion to figure this out. I know that my run is 90 inches of this rafter, but I don't know its length. But I do know the run of my scaled down version, right? The run is 12, and my rafter length is 14.42. And now I can cross multiply and solve for x. When I do 14.42 times 90, I end up with 1,297.8 equal to 12x. Divide that by 12, and I'm going to end up with x equals 108.15 inches. And from there, if I'd like, I can convert that to feet, get down to my inches and my fractions on there so I can read it all on a tape measure, but that would be your straight up length of that rafter. And from there, subtract, add whatever you need to do with other dimensional lumber that you're going to be securing to this wonderful building. That's what I'm talking about.